Hello, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Filter After Dark Edition, and I have Ashley with me today.
Hi.
We're in a fun little setup, right?
Yes.
I love
So
it.
fun. There's food. Food is always fun.
Food is always fun.
Ooh.
You're like, yes. And here's Deaf Johnette trying to adjust her headphones. Are these mine? Because I feel like I don't hear anything.
Nope, that's mine. That's mine. We joke around. Jay, she dances, and because of that,
And radio. Yeah.
she has no hearing, and that
I constantly have like a mic or IFB in my ear, or I am like with really loud music.
it is so.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't know why I started. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, back to what we were doing. So
Yeah.
yes, we have food today.
Yes.
So we're so thankful for Bonefish, located in Greenwood, Indiana, for all the amazing food they provided for this week's episode. And if you haven't checked it out, just go ahead and check it out either on my Instagram or on johnnetcruise.com, and it'll show you the entire spread of all the food that we got. Right now I have the sashimi, so some tuna. I'm going to be snacking on while we chit chat.
And I have the ahi tuna, right?
Yeah,
Poke bowl.
Poke bowl.
So good.
So good, yes. So we're going to be snacking. So thank you so much. So excited to go back and eat like the chicken. I got chicken breast. I got some asparagus and jasmine rice.
I got an amazing, I think it's one of their specials. There's like it's fish, but
Yeah.
it looks so good.
You went totally healthy.
I tried. It's Monday. I was like, okay, this is the kickoff to my week. Let me start good.
I tried to be healthy, but then I added the mango salsa mix on top, so I don't know how healthy that's going to be. And then, then I had to get the brownie or the cheesecake.
Oh yeah, I did get the because it's flourless. We don't often find good
exactly.
food
That was the reason I got it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
There's that.
Awesome. Sweet. Oh, they're like hi. That happens to me all the time. So I've been going live while I've been on Wish on the morning show every morning, and oh my gosh, today I had some chatty Cathys on live.
Really?
They would not shut up though.
I love it.
Like some of them were getting testy. I had this girl come on, and she literally said this. She wrote it and said, "I thought all the news anchors were supposed to be pretty."
You know what that is? That tells me she finds you very pretty, and she just had to find a way to knock you down.
So then I was on there, and I was like, oh. So I go to her profile. She's a stripper.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay. So you're okay. Really?
Look. What if you went to her place of work and done the same thing?
Thank you.
That's rude.
I have nothing against strippers, but I was just saying, like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, yeah, that's not nice. Why another female's attacking another female's looks is never okay, because you know how it feels to be.
Yes, exactly.
You know how it feels to have people constantly watching.
It was insane. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Not a nice person.
That's not nice. Block.
Yeah, I did block her. Then there was a couple other people, and like literally the meteorologist Tara, like I would say it out loud, and she'd be like, and I'm like, I know what's going on with TikTok today.
People needed some coffee this morning, I guess.
Well, and they were all on the West Coast too, so it was like a 3-hour
Oh.
time difference, and they were still up, so it was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
needed to go to bed.
Correct.
They needed to go to bed.
I think so. Okay, Ashley, we have some to-dos, some follow-ups.
I did none
That
of
you-
them.
So you did not contact the 25-year-old?
No, I didn't. I felt like he never responded, so I just was like, I'm gonna take this as my sign, but next time I'll be better. And
What? I'm so tired.
Johnette is on her new schedule of getting up at 2:45 a.m.
2:30.
2:30, so she needs some help. She's just a poor little baby. But I do want to say one caveat with the whole, oh my gosh, can I permanently block people from trying to close? Okay.
There you go.
So I guess I just want to say this. I shared that I accidentally, unintentionally approached a 25-year-old, and then I had shared that
accidentally, unintentionally.
Yeah.
That's
I intentionally approached the man, didn't realize he was 25, and I am 38. So I, didn't go out with him. But so many women were in my DMs like, you should have gone out. That's crazy. Give him a chance. Blah blah blah. You call me out.
Yep.
And someone's like, but I will say, every person who said I shouldn't go out with him was a guy.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
And I get it. Girls for a long time have been hard on guys when they tend to date younger, and that's an unfair thing, but I feel like now age gaps are just more normal than they were.
Oh, I think they are 100%. Yeah. It just depends like
We
what
like that age gap.
both. Yes. I mean, that's all I dated. So.
Yeah. So that, anyways.
Okay. Was that the only unfollow we had? It was just about a 25-year-old?
No.
And then we lost track of Whiskers and...
Yeah, and then there was something else I was supposed to try to find the Hinge boy on social media.
Yes.
I forgot.
Ashley, you did not do anything.
And I just reminded myself yesterday when you posted the TikTok about the video where I said I need to remember to do this, and then I forgot again. But okay, so I'm not perfect.
All right. Well,
yeah, I'll try again next week. I'll try harder next week.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to bring a notepad so I can just write everything down immediately.
See, that's what I have. Except now I don't know where a pen is. I have the notepad, but I don't have a pen.
Do you need my pen?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's whatever. I've just given up on today.
We're really. This is what, if you ever wonder what our voice memos back and forth sound like to each other, it's this. It's this random nonsense that makes zero sense. And then it's like squirrel, and then it's like this person just cut me off in traffic, and their place said Florida. And you know the last time I went to Florida? The last time I went to Florida?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Should we go into the.
Yes, we can start with DMs of the week.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds great.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to share one of my own because I just thought this was funny. And I wrote down how long this guy has been contacting me on the DMs. So it first started back in 2021. He found me, I think it was on Facebook.
He found it.
He found me on Facebook and messaged me and said, of course starts out with the normal, like, you're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Are you ready let me know when you're ready to take a trip to Florida.
Oh!
Okay. And I was like, okay, whatever, like, thanks, no thanks, because just not my type, older guy, just not my type, okay? And I think I politely said, no thanks. Fast forward April of 2022, I get the same DM. You ready to take that trip to Florida? No, thank you, but thanks again for the offer. Okay, then we go to October 2024.
Does this man follow you?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Are you ready to take that trip to Florida and come see me?
Wow. So
Like,
he's
I would
messaging
love, like,
between every
you're
relationship.
basically, yeah, like, you're so beautiful, I'd love to spoil you. And I was like, no thanks, I'm dating somebody. March 2025.
Stop.
You ready for that trip yet?
He has been in a committed relationship with your DMs for 4 years now.
Yes, exactly.
It's impressive.
And it's the same thing over and over again, and over again I say no thank you. But you know what? Kudos to him. He's never been out of line. He's been very nice.
We love a respectful man.
Yes, very respectful. So that's why I politely declined every single time. Although this time I have not. I just opened it. I didn't respond to it because I was writing everything down.
I'm in a relationship, thank you.
Yes. And he uses the same emojis. It's like airplane, boat. You ready for your trip?
Oh, so he wants to fly you down and yacht you out.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. So then today I decided to do some scooping on his page.
Mm-hmm.
And he is on a boat a lot.
Okay.
And he is on a boat a lot with a lot of women in bikinis that are like younger.
Okay.
So I see how he's rolling.
So he needs you. He wants his little arm candy.
I guess so.
To join the club.
Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. You got invited out on a boat with a bunch of younger women. You're hot.
Thank you very much. That was my DM of the week. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go back and see how long this conversation has been going on for. And even I forgot that it was going on that long. Yeah. So from 2021 until now.
I love when someone just keeps it going. They're like, I'm not gonna give up.
Being persistent. Being persistent.
All right, I have to pause the TikTok live to read mine. So mine is not a DM, it is comments of the week.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Yes.
You probably know.
Yes.
So we had talked last week about AI and how it's now readily available on dating apps, or guys, and I'm sure girls are using it to help with their dating conversations. All I said was I would prefer if someone doesn't use AI on me. Here's the thing, in context, like, no, I don't want a full conversation with AI.
No.
But I will say, sometimes I'm like, what, I if you're using it here and there of like, what would be a good response to this? Okay, fine.
Or even like a conversation starter.
Yeah.
If you're kind of a little like exhausted,
right,
you know, by those back and forth conversations. Yeah.
But all I said was, I prefer a man not to use AI on me. And I got this comment. What type of conversation does she offer that isn't superficial and boring? Okay.
Yeah.
I will give this man kudos because when I responded, because I don't want AI used on me, I'm superficial and boring, ? I try to generally get to know the person and who they are, and that's what I hope for in return. And then he was like, this is why I don't like snippets on the internet, and deleted his comment. Fine. And then another man commented, I can say...
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
That guy actually responded, and because I responded as well.
Yeah.
And I said, if you listen to the whole podcast, you'll hear the entire context of the conversation.
Yes.
He asked what it was called, and he was going to find it and listen to the episode.
Oh,
So I turned around.
So I will say this. He shouldn't have immediately attacked my personality for a preference.
Correct.
But we love a man or love a person that can admit that they made a mistake.
Yeah.
And went and did his research. Now this person said, I can say the same about women and filters and makeup. Here's the thing. So I responded to this, and you also responded.
Yeah.
We've actually talked about the unfair angles that women use, the unfair angles and whatnot some women use to be a little deceptive. We believe in authenticity on all sides, but don't come for our makeup. Like, I'm going to wear makeup.
Right, exactly.
And the thing that just bothered me with both of these is it's like, all I said was a preference that I don't want AI used on me in a dating relationship, and now I'm boring and superficial, and I'm overly filtered and a lot of makeup. Like, I wasn't attacking anyone.
Right.
It was a simple preference.
Yeah.
It's always the TikTok comments it's always the TikTok people that
It really is.
make it out of me.
Honestly, it is, because we don't get those type of comments on Instagram.
No.
We don't get those type of comments on Facebook. We get views on Facebook, but no one really says. If anything, people like laugh at our jokes.
Yeah.
And like YouTube has been pretty quiet lately, up until I put the one comment up about you're saying like, ladies, like, go for it, basically. Like, shoot your shot. You know? That one actually, I think right now is at like 1,100, 1,200 views, which never has happened at YouTube ever.
What's the comment section like?
It's not too bad. One guy was like, this would never happen to me because I'm ugly.
Oh!
I know. And I responded, I was like, don't you ever say that. What?
Yeah, don't talk about yourself like that.
I know. I thought that was sad.
That
So
makes me sad.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah. So they haven't been that bad as TikTok has been.
Okay. Why are you so mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, gotta love those. All right, do you have an Audacity?
I do. It just
Good,
happened.
'cause I know.
Okay, perfect. It actually just happened this weekend. So we went and grabbed dinner and some drinks with a group of friends on Saturday. And one of my friends noticed a guy, like, where our table was here, he was at the table next to us, and he just kept, like, looking over. So finally, and I think he ended up waving at her or something, so she's like, I'm gonna go over and talk to him. So she goes over and talks to him. He, like, he wants to go out and dance. We were at Bar Louie, which is a restaurant that somehow turns into a nightclub.
Oh, you went back to Bar Louie, Ashley.
Girl, I walked in and I looked at my friends and I said, I can't
Did you
do
see
this.
everybody from Hinge there?
Surprised, honestly, I sat with my back to the dance floor. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I walked in and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be single anymore. I can't be on the prowl anymore. I don't want to be proud anymore. Like, I just can't do this. And my friends were like, chill. We're just here for a drink. So anyways, this man is making eye contact at her, looking at her. They go out and, like, they go to the dance floor, and she immediately comes back. I'm like, well, that was fast. And she's like, well, he has a girlfriend. I said, what? So I couldn't let that go, obviously. So I said, and I waved him over, so he comes over, and I was like, you were talking to my friend? He was like, yeah. And I was like, and you have a girlfriend? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what? And he's like, well, she's in Venezuela. And when you leave the country, that doesn't make you temporarily single.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I just thought it was very audacious. I can understand, like, you can have harmless conversations and you can talk to someone. I'm not saying men that are in, or women that are in relationships have to sit at a bar and not talk, or
right.
Like, you know, but like, I don't know. I don't know. It just felt weird.
Yeah.
It just felt weird to me.
That's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's nothing else good happening at Bar Louie this past weekend.
No, and I'd like to not go back for a while. Yeah.
The last time we were there was not good.
No.
We talked about that on a past episode.
Not our favorite night either.
No, not our favorite night at all.
I can't think of a single. I that was the first place I was ever proposed to be in, to join a couple, to go home with a couple.
That's right.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Oh
So
my
I'm not
gosh.
sure why. It's just hard because like we want to stay. You know, if you're not familiar, Indianapolis tends to be like on the north side. It's normally more of an older crowd.
Yeah.
And there's just so few places to go that's not like. Sometimes we want live music. Sometimes we just want to go and sit and be able to talk
Right.
and have some drinks. And so it's just, I don't know, it's very limited. So
Now I remember what the guys were saying on TikTok Live today. So of course they were asking me if I was single. And I was saying, no, I have a boyfriend. So then the guys, he kept like asking questions. And then the other question was, so how are you liking your new relationship with your new guy? And I was like, well, I don't really think it's new. He's like, well, how long have you been dating? And I was like, we've been together for 6 months. He was like, that's new. So then I started getting kind of an argument with the guy online about what defines a new relationship. I was like, 6 months, you're pretty much committed with a person, and we're not dating, we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not like we're casually dating for 6 months. That's something different.
yeah.
We're clearly together, so that doesn't mean it's a new relationship.
No, but by 6 months, you could put a ring on my finger and I'd say yes.
Oh, same.
If I'm,
Yeah, I
when
agree.
we're at month 6, we know.
No.
Yeah.
I think when we're at month 3, if
We
you're,
know.
you're really dating somebody,
Yeah.
you're really spending time with somebody, you know that you're like in it or you're
Yeah.
not. You usually don't really know by the second or third date that you're gonna go anywhere with somebody.
Agreed. And I feel like that comment says a little bit more about like that person's dating type. Maybe they take it more casually. It takes them a little more time to get serious when it's like, I can know after 2 dates if I'm ready to be monogamous with you, if I'm ready to pursue this and go deep. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
So I thought that was interesting. I was like,
Interesting.
wait, that just opened a can of worms for me because I was like, that's not new. It's
No.
been 6 months.
No.
What are you talking about?
There's still things like you're learning about each other and maybe experiencing for the first time, but that doesn't negate the time that you've spent together and the seriousness you can have at this time.
Exactly. Yeah. It's different, I think, if like you see somebody maybe once a month for 6 months, then you really probably feel like you don't really know the person. But in this context, that's not what it is. So well, I'm glad you had an audacity story because my sleep deprived self did not pull one together. But I do have a viral story I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's more on TikTok. It's one of the influencers on TikTok, and her name is, I think is it Remy Bader? Did I say her last name?
Oh, yes,
You know what I'm talking
girl,
about?
yes.
Okay, so for those folks that are not on TikTok and don't get with some of the TikTok drama that sometimes happens, there is an influencer. Her name is Remy. She started out being a plus size influencer, and I actually started following her because I thought her TikToks were hilarious. They were all about her ordering these different items for different clothing brands and then her trying them on and saying like how ridiculous the outfit is because it doesn't cater, not necessarily cater, but it's some of the clothes were just very unrealistic for different body types and stuff. But she had such a wit and a personality to it that it was just hilarious, right? And I just thought it was so funny. So I started following her. Fast forward a couple of years, and I think it's been a year and a half now where she has lost a ton of weight. So she built this platform based on being a full-size woman, being very, I would say more body positive and just more like she's okay in her skin and she's okay flaunting herself on the internet, trying on these ridiculous clothes that don't fit her and just making fun of herself basically, right? And now you fast forward a year and a half later and she's lost all this weight. So she's always been very, very open on her TikToks and her influencing about her life and everything. And then all of a sudden she starts to lose all this weight and she's not talking about it. And now everybody's in her comments and her DMs like, what are you doing? Are you taking a pill? Did you get a surgery? Like, how you're losing all this weight? I guess it was a drastic amount of weight, right? In a very short amount of time for her size. Yeah. And so she had not said anything, but what I guess and to be like, I've kind of lost like finding her TikToks. You know how sometimes like your FYP changes and you just don't end up seeing people's videos enough. So I didn't even know she lost all that weight. I came across one of her videos maybe like a month ago, and so I was like, damn. So in my head, I was like, oh, she must be like either on Ozempic or maybe she's on Ozempic with like a new health journey, blah, blah, blah. Well, then now it starts to come out that like she finally went out about that she had a surgery and she did it in Khloe Kardashian's podcast, and so like everybody who follows her, they're just like upset because her content kind of changed. It changed from her being like okay with her body to all of a sudden kind of flaunting her body because she doesn't have the attached weight, but then she's not responding to exactly what happened or why she chose that path. And so I'm hearing like two different sides of stories and two different views on TikTok versus, you know, you being that public about your life on social media, and then also what happens to a person when you go through something like that drastically changes your outside, but it doesn't change your inside. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What have you seen with all of that?
Well, I heard part of the other controversy is that she just kept saying, or she kept like not acknowledging the weight loss.
Yes.
Until she was on a podcast where she had an opportunity to monetize it. That's what people are saying. That's the like. I don't know how you would monetize your unless Chloe's paid her to come on and tell her story, like have the exclusive. I guess. I heard that was rubbing people the wrong way. And I guess that aside, it's so hard because, I mean, as an influencer, you have to create a community and you have to have a level of honesty and transparency through even things that, you know, you don't necessarily want to share, but people are following you for a reason. Unless you're one of the people that are just posting outfit link after outfit link, the majority of people are going to follow you for who you are. Mm-hmm. And then again, you know, everything else that comes on top of it. So when you leave your community out of such a big thing, I think she missed an opportunity to talk about the process, what it was doing to her mentally, emotionally. Because as someone, like, I haven't lost that amount of weight, but I've lost 50 pounds, and it messes with you. It does, like, you know, your body positivity changes, your body, you get body dysmorphia, especially, I imagine, losing it that fast. Mm-hmm. So I feel like she missed that opportunity to just be authentic and connect with her audience. And I don't know, I'm happy for her if she's healthier, because I know she was saying she was having, like, I heard clips where, like, she was having a lot of health problems.
Yes, because of the surgery.
And I'm happy that she's healthier, and I guess, like, she was either getting, like, diabetes, I don't know, some other things because of where her body was.
Yes, I do remember she had, like, a higher body fat percentage, and so she was, like, right at the borderline of being diabetic, and some serious stuff happening if she didn't address it.
So if you're addressing it and you're having, and listen, my thing is this, people are like, Ozempic and surgery is cheating. I think our bodies go through so much. If we need a little boost and a little support, I've been on a GLP-1 and I'm not afraid to say that. I also have a thyroid disorder and Hashimoto's where losing weight is super hard for us.
Right.
So it's like, I don't hate on her for using the surgery by any means, because now it's going to be up to her to keep her health going.
Right.
But I think it is interesting just keeping it hidden for that long.
Yeah, I think she totally 100% missed the boat. Yeah. Here's the deal. Once you become an influencer and once you become this like huge person online where you are divulging your entire life, I get it, like there's some things that you and I both keep private and keep close to the chest, but when you are building your community on something specific and then you go dark about that specific thing, that's a problem. Because then how is your community going to trust you moving forward? If she would have been honest and would have invited them into the conversation and invited them into the journey, she probably would have not received any of this backlash at all. Her content would have been completely changed. She probably wouldn't be, there's a difference between like feeling confident in an outfit versus flaunting yourself in an outfit on social media. And there's ways to do it that like wouldn't turn people off. Right. And I think because then I started going through her stuff. Yeah. And I think as I started to see some of that, I was like, I can see why people would be saying this now.
Going the wrong way.
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. So I think she really, really missed a boat. And then I think to save all of that, just so she can like put it on somebody's podcast so that she can have her voice told even more. So I don't know. It's just, the whole thing is just yucky to me. Yeah. Like that's not cool. You based your whole entire community off of being authentic and being transparent, but then you're like, no, this major surgery happened and I'm not going to say one thing to anybody and I'm just not going to talk about it. Yeah. But then you're going to lose all this weight when literally what you do is try on clothes every day.
Was she the one that took Ozempic, lost weight, but gained it all back and then was kind of
I don't know. I don't know. I just saw all of this, you know. And then that's the deal though, like with all these things, with surgery, with Ozempic, with whatever you do, it is not just this quick fix.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you're gonna lose weight and you can lose a massive amount of weight, but if you don't keep up a healthy lifestyle, you will run into complications with your body's gonna rebound. It's not like this cure-all thing. So she very well could have taken Ozempic and then like it didn't either end up working for her. Like, you know, I've had a roller coaster with my GLP-1 that I've been using, but I have to use a very small amount, but I can't use a very big amount because of my immune disorder. So I'm at a fine line where like, I don't really, for me, it just kind of helps me slightly maintain and drop inflammation. It doesn't do a big deal for me. So it's just your bodies are different, and if you are not proactive in that manner, like you can't just blame, oh, it was Ozempic.
Right.
You know?
Right. And that's another thing, I think when Ozempic first came out, as opposed to what we know about GLP-1s now, the high dosage with the quick fat loss was super unhealthy. It's the doctors that are doing more of like maybe what micro dosing, kind of like we have done, where maybe you're able to lose like 2 to 3 pounds in a week, but that's more than our bodies are capable of losing alone.
Yeah, 2 to 3 pounds. I was gonna say 2 to 3 pounds is huge. It's huge on a weekly basis. Like that's very, very rapid weight loss.
But you have to like counter in extra protein and all those extra weightlifting. Like I've had to up so many things that's good for my health, but then it got me in that routine. So the GLP-1 like does the boost, but now my body, I eat healthier because I prioritize protein. Yeah. I'm stronger because I prioritize weightlifting. So it could be a good tool.
Yeah, it is.
Was that a squirrel moment for us?
Kind of.
How did we get there?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Well, that's funny that that's your viral story because mine is just having the conversation of skinny talk.
Okay.
Have you heard of skinny talk?
No. Wait, like there's like different types of talk, and so now there's a skinny talk?
Oh yeah, you've never heard different types of talks?
Well, yes, I know there's different types of talks, but I didn't realize skinny talk was a thing.
Now there's skinny talk.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah,
okay, what's this about now?
So, to me, skinny talk, it takes me back to the 90s viral, just body images. But remember how we used to say, like, nothing feels as good as, or nothing tastes as good as skinny feels?
Yes.
That's what skinny talk talks about. They talk about you don't eat the treat, be the treat. They talk about you're not a dog, so you don't need treats. It's okay to go to bed hungry. All these kind of things that I personally have had an eating disorder in the past. I would say if most women were honest with ourselves, I would say majority of us have had an eating disorder or some form of unhealthy eating. Yeah. Because of especially our generation that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s where it was South Beach diet, Atkins diet, Weight Watchers, all like there was literally a different diet every day.
Right.
No one ever taught us how to eat healthy. Yep. So I just think it's very interesting that this group of TikTok now is kind of bringing back that mindset when so many, at least for me, some women are saying like it's helpful, it's motivational, I've been able to lose weight because they're helping me, and that's great. But for me,
I don't see that.
It's toxic and it comes in very like, I won't even, and this is no hate to the people who do it, if you have anything related to unhealthy, or not unhealthy, but just not like, I'm just thinking I want nutrition, I want healthy eating. If you have anything outside of that, I don't even like to like the TikToks because I don't want that coming in my FYP.
Right.
Because I worked so hard to get a healthy relationship with food. And you know what? I believe you can be, and some of it was like, even healthy food have calories, and calories make you gain weight. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
That's wow. I just don't like that, and I just like there's so much pressure, and I know people are motivated different ways, so I'm trying to be empathetic to that, but it just reminds me of a very gross place I was in my life.
But it just doesn't give you, no, I don't like that at all. Because to me, it's basically starve yourself.
Yeah, and I do intuitive eating. I eat semi-healthy, I have my protein, I do this, I do that. And you know what? I have a gluten-free Oreo every day before I go to bed. And Skinny Talk is not going to take that from me.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep my gluten-free Oreo.
It's funny, we're talking about all this health and weight and stuff because this just reminded me. So, you know how Snapchat brings up some of your like memories from your camera roll? So I tend to look at those every day. So this week popped up my very first bodybuilding show.
Oh my god.
Back in 2016. And I showed it to my boyfriend. He goes, "You look horrible."
Yeah.
And I was like, I know, I was a bird.
You were a bird.
Because I was tiny. I was like this, like just, oh my god. I was down, I think my first show I ended up getting down to like 108 pounds, 105.
And how tall are you?
5'4".
Yeah.
I was tiny. I was not, and I didn't have enough muscle, so
Yeah.
I was way too lean. I came in way too lean, and he was like, "You look like you have an eating disorder." I'm like,
Yeah.
I know. It was crazy that like I saw that, and then every time I did do a show, I did come in heavier, which meant like, you know, you're putting on more muscle, so that was great. But in order for you to shed all of that body fat, like the stuff we have to go through as bodybuilders is not healthy. So that can easily throw yourself into a body disorder pro or after post show.
Because I think that's really interesting. Like, I come from being heavier and going thinner, but you've been thinner and going heavier, but it's healthier. It's more attractive. It's all these better things. But how does that work with your mind? Like, have you struggled between prep Johnette and now Johnette?
Definitely. So okay, when I was smaller, I was a little chunky monkey. Like I said, all my family just made me eat a ton of Puerto Rican food, and I had a lot of arroz con pollo, and I had a belly, and I was chunky Johnette. I had some thick thighs, you know. Yeah. And then I got older, and I started, you know, I grew up and I got skinnier. And there was one summer going into my senior year of high school, I ended up dropping like a good, I think maybe like 15 pounds, and everybody thought that year that I had an eating disorder, and I was like, no, like I don't, you know. Then I went into this period where I was drinking a lot of beer, and then I gained all this weight. So then I ended up being a lot heavier, and then I dropped all the weight again, and then once I got diagnosed with my immune disorder, that's when I was like, I had stayed to be pretty skinny for a while, and it is now that like I'm still trying to get back to, in my mind, what is a good healthy number for me. Right. And although everybody else right now is like, you're fine, I'm like, no, the last 6-7 years, you know, I have been in prep mode Johnette, and then I would say like from 2016 until 2023, so last 2 years I have not done shows, and it really messes with you because you so badly want to get back to that state because you know you can do it. But then now, because of my immune disorder, because of my hormones, I'm older, like I'm dealing with other issues, your body just changes as women, and it's not that easy, where like before the weight would just come off right when I knew the protocols, I knew everything what I need to do. Yeah. It's not like that anymore. Right. And so when I was prepping for the show, I was prepping for that show last year, but I stopped just because of dancing. But even then, I was way far out from my show date, and we started prep very early because of my hormones and my immune disorder. And even then, we were taking a very, very direct approach to my contest prep. Mm-hmm. It was pretty intense at the beginning. Normally you don't start off that hard, but we had to. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to have to go through that just to lose 10 pounds right now. No way. It's like miserable, you know? Yeah. It's hard. It really is. It's hard to see yourself, and I always constantly see myself. Oh, that's when I competed in 2016. Oh, that's when I competed in 2018. Oh, that was 2020. Oh, that was 2021, 2022. And now I'm like, that's not how I look right now. But yeah, it is. This is what a healthy everyday woman looks like when you are working and you're working out, but you're not working out in that manner like a crazy woman. Right. You know, you're just working out regularly or a few times a week because you have a busy schedule, and you're resting and you're enjoying life, versus me, you know, being at the gym 6 times a week, working out 2 hours a day, and being on a strict macro diet. Right. You know, so I mean, there is a difference with it, but it's kind of hard. That would be hard. I mean, you look amazing now. Your pants did not fit me when I went back on TV last week.
That's what I don't. Something happened to the pants.
No.
Yeah.
My ass got bigger. So that's the problem.
But mine is bigger than yours, so I'm not sure how.
I think we both got some hips and a booty.
Yeah, but I guess I'd have to try the pants on. But I know I'm thinner now than I had in those pants, so I know that they fit you. They're just a weird material. It's the material.
I don't know about that. It was like I was sucking it all in to talk on TV and holding everything in, but talking at the same time, it's really hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of going through old photos, the reverse happened to me. So, I had when I was a little bit heavier, and again, I want to be clear, like body positivity at all sizes, but like I was unhealthy and I had a hormone imbalance. Yeah. I had a thyroid issue, and so I was incredibly inflamed. And if you're like, I want to know what you look like, go to my Instagram, Fashionately Me, and go to my thyroid stories highlight, and you'll see a picture that I posted. But my mom was looking with my nephew at some old photos, and he goes,
"Oh no, what did he say?
What's wrong with Shun, this photo?" That's what he calls me. And my mom's like,
"What's wrong with you?"
Because he's like, she doesn't look right. She doesn't look
She doesn't look right.
And it's because my face is just so inflamed, and I'm obviously a little bit heavier, but dropping the inflammation alone did a 180 on the way I looked. Yeah. But it made me laugh. And like I was going through some old photos looking for a video, and I was like, I have to get out of here.
What happened to the before and after you and I took? From when we first became friends until now.
We need to we need to post that.
We did that forever ago.
I forgot about that.
You have a list of stuff to do, actually.
So many things to do.
But yeah, Ashley and I look completely different even from when we met each other back in, was that 2019?
I think so, like right before the pandemic.
Yeah, because that was right before I started my divorce process. Yeah. So yeah, I was still married.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I looked very married.
You looked like, I always called you the Real Housewife. Not always, but yes, I dubbed you later like the Real Housewife of Greenland.
Yes, that was the look I had.
That was it. You were a Real Housewife.
I look back on some of that stuff and I'm like, why did I wear that? Like, what?
The fashion then, I swear it's not been until recently that fashion is finally like leveling out.
Oh my gosh. It was the whole boutique trend, I feel
Yes. And the shawls, you had a shawl on in our
I did.
Yeah. And I just was just very inflamed. Very inflamed.
Oh my gosh. That was when I lost all my hair too.
What?
Well, okay, so the story happened. Johnette decided, I have very, very, like, almost black hair, like, super dark brown. I decided I wanted to go blonde.
Ooh,
like silver blonde.
Been there. Oh, I love that color, but
I love the color too.
Been there, tried that.
So we decided, I was working with a salon at the time. I don't think maybe this can be my audacity story.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard this.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, girl, this was a story. So this was when I was still married. I had a collaboration with a salon, and I wanted to try and to go lighter. And this was, so for a long period of time, I had like super violet purple hair. I loved it, but the upkeep was just a lot. So then I started to just slowly just kind of fade it out, go back to my original hair color, and then we started to add in the light blonde because we had the lighter color already in for the purple, right? Okay. So we slowly started to like strip all that purple away. Well, I believe the person who did my hair put on the lightening or the bleach too long, and my hair fried, and it burned off. So I had my hair was probably mid-length. I mean, it melted off. So I got the color right. Oh yeah, it was horrible. I got the color, it looked great. 3 days later, my hair is feeling like dry. And then I'm doing my hair and it's just falling out. And then I go to wash it and it just feels burnt. It's just coming out. So I contact the salon. I go back in, and all of a sudden, within a week, Ashley, my hair went from medium length to here. So we kept having to chop it. I had no hair, okay? What? That's why my hair was so short when I met you.
Why?
It was so, it was horrible. So that entire summer, my hair kept falling out. And I kept going to the salon, and they were freaking out about it because I basically lost all my hair. That's why I got hair extensions. because
I
they were
did not
because
know.
they
So
kept,
what did they take ownership of the situation?
they totally did. I will never name the salon because they were
Yeah.
literally like, you could probably ruin us on social media and
Yeah.
you could probably close our salon by what happened.
Oh my god.
Because I lost all my hair.
Was she
all
a
of it.
new hairstylist?
No. Oh, yes. So then we went into the whole hair extension process. So what they said was, because this happened to us, we will give you hair extensions for a year, and we will treat you. You won't have to pay for anything. We are so sorry.
Nice.
And so when I posted about it, I was, I shared my experience. I did not share that piece because I said I wouldn't. Although I was really upset about it. I mean, I was crying. I mean, I remember going to Puerto Rico that summer, and I'm in the water and my hair just keeps coming out in clumps, and I'm crying because I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hair. All I could do is like, I would like use these clips and like just kind of pin them back a little. It was just weird. And then finally I got hair extensions. Well, then the first round of hair extensions were awful. They were like, I have very coarse hair. I'm Latina. It did not match my hair.
Oh yeah.
And it just looked atrocious. Okay, so then we had to deal with that. We finally took those out, and then we finally put in, I don't know, they're probably the ones that you have now.
So via sew-ins?
Did they sew those in?
Or they weren't as popular back then, so if they were, I feel like kudos to them.
But I ended up they finally found the type of hair that worked on my head. But we had to put 10 bundles in my head to match the amount of hair I have, because I have so much. Do you know how heavy that was?
No.
It was horrible. And I had the long, because my hair was long, so I decided, well, if you're going to give me hair extensions, I want it back to my original hair length. So we went back down here, long. I had it for competition. That's how I had long hair, was because I had these hair extensions. And then COVID happened.
Oh my goodness.
And it was actually a week before COVID where I was just getting sick because it was so heavy.
Yeah.
And so at that point, my hair grew out like to here. At that point, it was like right here finally. And I was like, thank God I did this a week before I went in, and I was like, can you just take them out? I just want to breathe.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, and then everything closed. So during COVID, that's why during COVID I had short hair, because I took out my extensions a week before and I thought I was gonna get them, put them back in. I was just like, I just needed a few weeks to breathe.
Yep.
Let me just get it out. And yeah, it was a whole race. So that's why I have not cut my hair since 2019. This hair has not been cut since.
Not even a trim?
No.
Wow. Looks good.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I've gone in and I've done like little snippets here and there, but I don't. And then I went to see a hairstylist on the north side, and we started to put some purple back in it again. And then I stopped because I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm annoyed and tired, and it's a long process. And yeah. So that's why I don't ever want to cut my hair again, because it all fell out.
Crazy.
Yes. So girls, note to self: if you have dark hair like me, and also if you have more ethnic-based hair, do not think you can just put bleach in your hair and your hair is not going to get damaged, because my entire head of hair fell out. And then you don't want 10 bundles of hair extensions in your head for 9 months, because it was so heavy. I couldn't put it up in a bun. I couldn't put it up in a ponytail. I only could wear pigtails to the gym. I wore pigtails, okay? It was awful.
That's a little embarrassing.
But I will never talk about the salon or who it was.
Wow, that's insane.
I know. And all those posts have been like archived, so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you might.
You will not. No.
Okay.
But it was
Crazy girl.
Yeah, it was that sucked.
Yeah. I've thankfully never had anything like that. But I went through a brief highlight blonde phase, but the majority of my blonde came from getting like blonde extensions too.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to like dye my hair. I mean, it just looked awful.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not cut out to be blonde. And it was back when like purple shampoo wasn't really a thing, so it was brassy.
Oh yes.
Oh, I just looked terrible. And my skin tone is just not meant to be blonde. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that I look back on it, because for a very long period of time, even in high school, like I would try to go a lighter brown.
Yeah.
And it would come out brassy and orange. And like, I don't know why. Like I look at it now and I'm like, ew, that was horrible for my skin tone. Why the hell did I even try to do that? Even my first year in TV, I had this like lighter brown color. And I was like, Why?
Why
Why did I do that?
My
My natural color is so much more prettier.
It is.
Now I just want the grays. What? I have the lashes driving me crazy. It's like stuck. It's fine.
Oh, it's your end.
It's the very
Your
end,
end's
right?
popping off a little bit.
Oh, I just have to glue it back on.
Yeah.
Joys of lashes.
Things we girls do.
I know.
Things we do.
I know. So I guess that's slightly an audacity story because I mean, this is a long-term audacity, not of a man, but just of upkeeping hair.
Yeah.
I'm the saddest thing.
I'm trying to think, what's my worst hair story? It wasn't even that big of a deal, but I had a hairstylist who we were doing some hair, and we were going a little bit lighter with some highlights, and this was before money pieces. But she was like, I was like, just don't put it right by my face. My hair is so dark that when I put my hair up, it doesn't. And this was when chunky highlights, I think, were still a thing.
Oh my god, I had those too.
So bad.
Oh,
but like, I was like, well, then when I put my hair up, it just looks like a skunk strip. And like, please just don't do that. So I saw my hair, new in the salon, it always looks different. I left, and at that time, she was raising her prices, and I didn't know that beforehand. So I'd gone in there, and she was like, oh, here's the sign with my price increase. I'm like, oh, okay. So again, which is, I don't know how hairstylists even do price increases, but I was like a little caught off guard, but whatever, because there was no warning. So then I texted her after, I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but like it did turn into the skunk piece. I didn't want anything in the front. Like, can we fix this? And she's like, yeah, come back in and I'll tone it down for you. And I had to go back in and pay $70, almost $60 to like fix her mistake.
Mess up, yeah.
Because it was like in that situation, I know like sometimes we don't know what we want, and so we just ask for things. But that specific time, I was like, specifically, do not give me the ones in the front.
Yeah.
They never look good on me. I had them in high school and I hated it. It looked awful.
Mm-hmm.
I looked like a skunk, but that was my worst. Out of all the things that could happen, I can't complain. Now I don't even really dye my hair. I tone it to match I had tone it because I have to match my extensions because they're so much lighter than the rest of my hair.
Mm-hmm.
But this next pack, we're going with the dark color because like look, you can even see in the mirror, like here's my hair dark and then here's the light.
Yeah.
But
so
kind of
good.
But yeah, it does.
I mean, I'm just trying to cover my gray, and I get my color from the dollar store. So there's that.
I keep getting this ad for this vitamin called like Array or something like that that's supposed to help reverse grays, and I've been noticing I've been getting a couple more. And I heard it's a mineral deficiency, so I'm like, what kind of vitamins can I take? And I'm curious if this works. Yeah.
I did actually start in my Instagram, started getting a feed about like this, it's a shampoo that basically you shampoo in the color, but it's literally also a shampoo, so you don't have to do like, there's not a double step.
That's nice.
So I saved it, so I want to try it because my grays come in like fury.
Really?
Yes, I'm literally doing my roots, I feel like now every 3 to 4 weeks.
Hard.
It stinks, especially when you have really dark hair, like it goes pop very, very fast, so it's slightly annoying. That's why I'm at the dollar store.
Yeah, girl. You gotta do what you gotta do.
No, and some people, I think I put a TikTok together about it a couple months ago, and some people were like, you trust hair color from the dollar store? I'm like, I buy a lot of stuff from the dollar store.
Seriously. I used to work in product development, and so like when you really compare like bargain stuff, obviously not with like prestige, it's different, but like the difference between what's in mass and then like the private label versions, it's nothing. Mm-hmm. You're paying for the logo.
Exactly. So there you go.
Save a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Except sometimes I feel like the private label brands have gone a little more expensive. I'm like, stop it. Stop at Walgreens. I don't know if it was Walgreens, but
everything's expensive right now.
It's
talking about.
Speaking of, did you see? I think it's Walgreens or CVS just launched a new. I call it private label. What's the generic?
Oh, a generic brand.
Of their own brand.
Yeah.
But they're quite literally calling out the product that they're duping on the packaging.
What?
Yeah.
Shut it.
I forget which ones it is. One of them is what's that lip mask everyone loves? Laneige? Is that what it is?
I think so.
It's like similar to Laneige lip mask. On the packaging.
You know what?
So
I guess
honestly, as long as they're not like directly duping it, then lawsuits can happen.
Yeah.
But if they're, so many products are emulating each other. I'm surprised they can. I guess where I wonder is if those names are trademarked, if they're allowed to use someone else's trademarked name, and if it's a brand name, I would assume it is. But
right, exactly.
I don't know. See how long they're on the shelf until.
That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
They're just straight up being like, we're just gonna call you straight out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't guess at what we're duping. We're gonna tell you.
I was gonna say, speaking of lashes, I don't have Lashify on lashes. They're just the Bliss kind.
Oh
They're the whole
no.
debacle
Oh
TikTok
no.
lashes.
I'll tell you what. How did your eyelashes? I feel like this is just a very girly chat.
Yeah, I know, it totally is.
How did your eyelashes recover? Because you got extensions for so long.
Yeah,
What
so
are your natural lashes like?
they're very, very short.
Very okay.
Yes, and we use the lashes. Tiffany's amazing at Bronze Beauty Studio. She took like such great care of me.
Yeah.
And I just, with my allergies are horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I am not easy. Like, you need to give me different glue, you need to give me different tape, different lashes, all the things. And if one thing is off, I blow up. And so I just thought my allergies were getting bad, and I was like, let me just take a break and let my lashes breathe. They are very, very short. It literally looks like I have no lashes at all.
Okay.
But I've also had lash extensions for so long.
Right.
So I'm comparing them to
Right.
very unrealistic looking lashes.
Right.
But when I do take them out, like I feel better. And then even now, so now I have like, I've been wearing, not Bliss, I think they're called Kiss. Like they're self-adhesive lashes.
Oh.
Yes, so they're self-adhesive. They already have glue on it. So they're like lash clusters. But what I do is I put just a little bit of lash glue just to hold it a little bit more, and they literally stay the entire week.
Oh.
And there's different lengths. This is a little shorter than I wanted to go. I like to go a little longer because I'm used to having more length for TV, but like this looks more natural, I feel like, to me.
It does.
But like these don't bother me at all.
Interesting.
I know.
The allergies are getting insane these days.
Yeah.
You with your lashes, I can't only wear certain nails. It's so annoying.
I know, it's crazy. I do want to get lashes back. Her and I have been in conversation, and our schedules just haven't aligned back. So I'm just like, I'll get them back when it works, and then until then I'll just keep using these and leave it alone. But like I put these on last night, and then they'll be good for the rest of the week, so I don't have to mess with it in the morning. So that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I thought about doing those. Mine are just not growing. I'm trying a new serum right now. The best serum ever is the Rodan and Field one, but it's like $170. I'm like, oh, do I just invest, get them long, and then like use it to upkeep? I don't know. And then the Grande Babe Lash one is pretty good too. But you should try these. You should try them.
They're so easy to put on.
Really?
They're like,
Quick.
yes, very quick. And then I can't believe how much they last. It's so crazy.
Interesting.
Because even last week I had the longer ones on.
And do you ever get in like your gym sauna and stuff with them on?
Yeah, I dance in them, I sweat in them, I sleep in these, I go in the shower.
And you just wash around them?
Yeah.
Do you have mascara on with them?
Last night I was so tired I forgot, but normally I have been curling my lashes and I put a layer of mascara on because I always felt like they would just hold.
Yeah.
But this time I didn't, and it was fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
I need to try
You
that.
may want to try and see how you like it.
See how I like it. Indeed.
This is a very girly combo
I know,
today,
I
but we
know.
talked about lashes, weight loss, hair, products, dating, men. Men. Well, and it's actually, we've been chit-chatting. It's basically time to go.
Perfect. We
So
did
look
it.
at that.
Another episode.
It's kind of nice to have like a little fun break on talking about girly stuff. So we appreciate all the girls that are listening in. I think they enjoy our conversations about life and not all the craziness sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
And we shared some of our little girly things with you. I mean, drop in the comments. What are
Yes.
your girly hacks? I need to know more because I am going to start using men's hair dye for my eyebrows.
Oh my god,
Yes.
I did.
And did you love it?
So I bought the Just for Men mustache.
That's what I did.
Shut it.
Except I got like the blackest black.
Me too.
I should have done a little.
Okay, so I got the blackest black just to match my hair, right? Because I saw somebody on TikTok do it. And so I went to the dollar store and they had the Just for Men mustache thing. So then I did it with a brush or whatever. And then like, I think it was after 5 minutes, I look in the mirror and I was like, oh, like it was
It's fast.
pitch black, and I was like, oh my god, did I just ruin my lashes? So like I'm grabbing, like rinsing them off really fast, and then it ended up being bad. Yeah.
Because I saw someone with hair probably as dark as yours. I feel like mine's like light black, and except for my extensions. But anyways, they use like a brown color, and I was like, well, that's gonna be too light. But it looked so good. So I was like, I think I definitely need to try a different color this time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start using Rogaine around my hairline.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking about that too.
I wear headbands and stuff so much. I think I'm getting that traction.
I think I'm just losing hair with my hormonal changes.
I could be too.
Menopause.
Yeah.
My hair's just different ever since my immune disorder changed.
Yeah.
And my hormones, my hair, the consistency is different. The curls are different.
Yeah.
It just, even from 2 years ago, even when I look at like dance videos I did and my hair is curly, I was like, I feel like my curls don't look like that right now.
That's crazy.
It's so weird what happens.
I feel like my hair has gotten more curly. And I don't have naturally curly hair. I have naturally kinky hair.
Yeah.
I don't know the right word for it. I can't let my hair air dry and it look good.
Yeah.
But it's gotten more as I've gotten older. But I know it's just my thyroid issue. My hair is so like brittle, I feel like. So I'm trying to
so girls that have like disorders and hormonal issues and just all that, like let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments
what you do.
What you actually do, because we love to like try new things and research new things for our bodies. I think every other voice message is like, what do you take for, what do you do again? I even today I just reminded myself, the NAD that Ashley takes, I need to order it because I want to try it.
Girl, I also just got a whole new plethora of vitamins.
Oh God,
to help people with thyroid issues. And I'm like, I'm taking this new powder. This is gross, but this is for the girlies.
Okay.
If you have bathroom problems,
oh yes, me.
You will, girl. This just woo.
Are you serious?
It is this. It's like GI Revive, I think. And
how'd you find this? Did you do research or you just came across
my
it?
mom found a girl who's completely reversed her thyroid and Hashimoto's, which is what I have.
Yes.
But focuses a lot on reversing it through gut health.
Yes,
which
because
is
gut health is literally like the key for everybody with immune disorders.
So she recommended it, so we got it.
Oh my God, send me the link ASAP.
I will.
I'm having the worst issues right now.
It is my least favorite tasting, so I just add it to my green juice and chug it.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Don't get me started on the influencers that sip their green juice. No, you don't.
Okay.
Do you sip yours?
Yes, I do. Okay, so listen, I bought.
This is a preference thing. I'm not hating it.
It's I think it's called Gutsy Grains.
Oh no.
But it has apples and apple cider vinegar in it, and it tastes really, really good.
Okay.
I sipped it today after I got home from work.
I put my green juice in about a half a cup of water, and now I add this GI Revive, and I don't think you're gonna want to sip the GI Revive.
Well, maybe I'll just mix it in. Yeah, I'll mix it in the greens and then I'll just chug it.
Yeah, that you're gonna want to chug.
Okay.
It's the aftertaste. That's
Girl, get me that ASAP, because the bloatedness right now, I cannot.
If you need to go, every morning I'm telling you, it has changed. I worked really hard on my gut health in general, so that's helped some of the bloating, a lot of the bloating. But this has been like the final magic key.
Okay. Yeah. That's it, girls. So yeah, if you need advice on pooping,
if you need to poop, we got the scoop. That's so bad.
Oh my gosh. We just need to have like a full-on in-depth conversation on pooping.
We should.
I swear.
We should talk about everything we do for just our gut health and stuff like that.
We should. Let's make that an episode because I think that's important. I think women struggle with that.
Agreed, especially with hormone issues like we both have.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
All right.
This will be the introduction.
Can we title that one the scoop on poop?
The scoop on poop.
That will be episode 10.
That's literally what we're gonna do. We should really just do that next episode.
Yeah,
the scoop on poop.
Okay.
Unless like we have
and
to
we
be
can
out
just
somewhere.
I'll bring all my stuff.
Unless we're at a live remote.
Welcome to our live remote. Here's my poop powder. I'm gonna bring all my supplements.
Yes,
I used
bring all of our supplements.
Make fun of my mama because she would have like 20 she takes in a day.
And now it's us.
I can't miss it. I feel so much better. I'm happier. I'm more energetic. I get more done. My brain.
Yes.
Sucks we have to put that many supplements back into us, but
I know. So fun. So fun. All right.
All right. Anyways, that's a finale.
I know, right? Finale on poop.
Grand finale.
All right. Thanks so much for watching and listening to this week's episode of Behind the Filter After Dark Edition. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.